Hey everybody, this is Everyday Commentary, and this is a Sweet Stuff Saturday, and I'm going to talk to you about books and blades. So I'm reading this book right now. You can see Jade City by Fonda Lee. It's part of the Greenbone saga, and it is an extraordinarily good book. I love this book. I have been fascinated reading it. Her description of the force or magic or whatever you want to call it, the thing that gives people powers in her saga is really great. It's unique, it's interesting, it's not something you've seen before. Really excellent characterization. It's sort of like Jedis, mobsters, and Kung Fu all mixed together in a really interesting concoction. But one of the things that they have is they have, the ability to deflect bullets, which means that most of the combat between the people that have the ability to deflect bullets takes place with blades. And they have two primary weapons. One is called a moon blade, which I think is like a katana sword, and the other is a talon knife. And every description of the talon knife makes me think that it's a karambit. And if you were going to make a live action version of the Jade Saga, which is what those book series are called, and you were the armorer or the prop master, you should definitely take a look at something like the CRKT Provoke as the basis for your talon knife design. It's clearly a karambit based on the way Fonda Lee describes it. But if you want something that gives that visual interest and also has some motion to it so that, it's interesting on camera. And then finally, you get sort of the knife equivalent of a shotgun racking. You get that snap open. You don't have to dub in some fake noise. You can actually just use the knife as it is. And that will give you all your components. So really, this is a video for an audience of one. If you are the armorer or prop master for the production version of the Jade Saga, if there is one, this should be your talon knife, because boy, does it look great, sound great, would work great on film, and it also matches the story exactly. Plus, it's pretty exotic. It's not like people have seen this before. I mean, pretty much everybody who's watched a Kung Fu movie has seen a kama, which is kind of what a fixed blade version of a karambit would look like. But very few people outside the knife world have seen the Provoke and Joe Caswell's design. It's super interesting. Also, one of the advantages, especially for visual storytelling, is that because it's compact, you can have it on your character and not have it be obvious, so that you could go into a fight. Like in the first book, one of the main characters, a guy named Hilo, Call Hilo, he gets jumped by, and this is not spoiling any plots, he gets jumped by a group of bandits out on the street. And it would be less plausible for them to jump him if his weapons were obvious. So if you had Call Hilo carrying this knife as his talon blade, he could deploy it quickly, but also not signal that he's armed, which I think would be a really cool way to do some of the fight scenes that are in the book. So just a quick Sweet Stuff Saturday on books and blades. Go read the Jade series. It's really it's actually called the Greenbone Saga. It's a great story. And if you haven't picked up the Provoke or the Mini Provoke, which is this, you should definitely do that. I mean, it's probably not going to be your EDC because it's super bulky for what you need. But boy, is this one of the coolest knives you'll ever handle. So thanks for tuning in, and follow the website and the YouTube channel for more information on knives and gear.